Welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you the project that we're going to use, where you can find it, and a little bit on what we need to do with the Revit model to get it ready for importing into 3ds Max, and then from there into Unreal Engine. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to use the sample architecture project that comes built in with your Revit installation. Now, if you just barely installed Revit, it's going to be here in your recent projects. If not, you're going to have to go and find it in the samples folder in this Revit folder. So just to show you where that's at, if you go to open, and then you're going to want to go to your C drive, program files, Autodesk, Revit 2017, and then samples. And that'll get you to these samples here. We're going to be using the RAC basic sample project, right? So you click open on that. I'm just going to open it here. Now when you've got it open, it's kind of got this linking sheet or whatever open here. What we're going to want to do is we're going to want to open this 3D view down here, or you can click up here. It gets you the same thing. Now, because when we export from a 3D view, and anything that we see in the 3D view is going to go with us, and anything that we don't see, anything that's hidden, won't be exported. Now, there's a couple things to consider with that. For one, you need to make sure that your detail level here is set to fine, so that any extra details that are only on the fine level of detail actually are shown and will get exported. Otherwise, you'll get what is just being shown. Another thing is, I've found that entourage and foliage don't export very well. In fact, they come in as just little boxes. Revit renders those a little bit differently, but when it's exported, it's not what we want. So I'm going to right click on this little guy here, go hide in view in category, and that'll hide all of the entourage in this 3D view. And then I'm going to do the same here for this foliage, right? So now that's hidden. I'm going to go ahead and bring in the topography and everything else here, and then we'll add some of that other stuff, like the foliage and whatnot, back in when we are in Unreal Engine. So now that I've got it kind of set up how I want, I'm going to go ahead and come up here to the R, and I'm going to go to export. We're going to export it as an FBX. Now, we don't necessarily need to do this. It's just something that I like to do because I've got my export settings set up how I like. Now, in the next video, when I'm importing it into 3ds Max, I will show you what you need to do, or the different ways that you can export it or import it into Max, either from this FBX file that we're exporting now or directly from the Revit file. And it'll give you those settings that I've already preset, so that you can adjust them there. But we're going to go ahead and do this. Go ahead and save it to wherever you're going to save it. I've got it saved in my classes folder here. I'm going to call it test project. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit save. I'm just going to save that out as an FBX file. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit save as for this project. And I'm going to save it again to the folder that I've predetermined. You can set it wherever you want. I'm going to go ahead and save this as test project 2.0. Let's save. Alright, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.